Never write off a nameplate just because the last version felt behind. Here's what they aren't telling you about the 2026 Renault Koleos. It looks sharper, it's stronger, and it could shake up the midsize SUV crowd. Stay, because the most interesting part is how Renault fixed the old pain points without pushing the price into luxury territory. This is the quick guide you need if you're eyeing a midsize SUV with a bit of French flair and a lot of real-world upgrades. Today, we're breaking down the 2026 Koleos in plain language so you can decide if it should be on your shortlist. We'll hit design, tech, power, safety, and price. And I'll point out where Renault seems to have learned from past mistakes. By the end, you'll know exactly what to watch for when the full specs land. The problem with the last Koleos was simple. It looked a bit safe, felt dated next to fresh rivals, and the power never really sold the drive. Shoppers in this class want style, smart tech, and easy power without a premium badge price. If Renault couldn't deliver those three, the Koleos name wasn't going to matter. Now to the 2026 model, and the first thing you notice is attitude. Marketing keeps saying refined styling and bold upgrades, and that usually means sharper lines and a wider stance. Think a cleaner grille that matches newer Renaults like the Austral, and bodywork that looks more sculpted. You might also hear the name Grand Koleos in some markets, which hints at a size bump for more space and a stronger road presence. That alone addresses a big ask from family buyers who need room without going full three-row giant. Step inside and the story is tech and comfort. Expect a larger, clearer screen with a smoother interface, the kind of setup you see in newer Renault cabins. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto should be standard or close to it. Climate controls and seat adjustments should feel more modern, with the potential for extras like a panoramic sunroof or even ventilated seats on higher trims. If Renault nails the materials at this price, the cabin could finally match the promise of the badge. Power matters, and this time the numbers look real. A 2.0-liter turbo 4 with up to 215 horsepower is a big jump from what the old car brought. That should mean cleaner highway passes and less stress merging even with a full load. All-wheel drive is likely available on upper trims, which helps with traction in bad weather and adds confidence on a twisty road. Renault is also serious about efficiency, so expect tuning aimed at solid fuel economy, with the chance of hybrid or plug-in hybrid options later in the life cycle. Safety is the other pillar, and it sounds like Renault is going deep here. Look for adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, and a 360-degree camera on higher trims. That bundle will decide how the Koleos scores on safety tests and how it stacks up next to rivals that already treat these features as must-haves. If Renault's latest systems carry over, peace of mind should be a strong part of the pitch. Price is where it gets interesting. Early talk points to a starting figure in the low 30,000s, with a lineup likely running through the mid to high 40s depending on trim and options. That puts the Koleos straight into the fight with Mazda CX-5, Hyundai Tucson, and others, but with a chance to undercut them while matching the gear. Value is the lever here, and Renault seems ready to pull it. Here's the key moment in this story. The 2026 Koleos isn't trying to be the flashiest SUV in class. It's trying to be the smart pick that fixes the old car's misses with stronger style, real tech, and power you can feel every day. If the driving tune is right and the fuel numbers are on target, Renault could turn a familiar name into a serious option again. So should you wait for it? If you like the idea of French design but wanted more muscle and better screens, yes, keep an eye on the launch. If you need a roomy family hauler with a calm cabin and modern safety, it's worth a test drive when it lands. The final call depends on confirmed fuel economy, exact trim features, and how the chassis feels against the best in class. But the early signs point to a refined mid-size SUV that finally hits the brief.